Hello students, welcome to class. This is Maureen Curry and I will be your instructor for ID 122 for spring semester. Right now I'm in the Canvas home page of the class, and if you will follow along with me, I'll give you a little navigation preview of the course. There's going to be an orientation module, which you would click here to begin, and then each week there's little buttons you can click to get you to the weekly module. So I'm in the home page. This is where, if you clicked home, this is where you will land. Once again, I'm Maureen Curry and my contact information is here. My email is here, as well as my cell phone. So if you need to contact me, this is where you can quickly find information. It's in other places as well, but this is a quick place to find my contact information. So one of the ways to begin the course would be to go to the home page and begin the orientation module or each weekly module. Another way to get into the modules would be to click modules, and that will bring you directly to the modules page. Here we are. So once again, you've seen the course homepage, which has the buttons and the orientation page. And so we'll begin with the orientation. Let's click on that. So that brings you to the orientation module. And there you'll see where you should begin. Start here is the orientation. There's a welcome to the class. Once again, overview of the course, the objectives of the course, and how to navigate the course, how to reach me once again, and some tips to succeed. The syllabus is also provided here, so you can click on that and that will bring you to the syllabus. I highly recommend you read the syllabus and print a copy, download it and print a copy. The textbook is called out there for you to order. And then the different ways to access Canvas, and a lot of other resource videos to help you, how to update your profile on Canvas, how you prefer to be notified on Canvas, other means of communicating with your instructor, how you can save files on Canvas. So there's a lot of resources found in the syllabus. The class policies are there for your participation and how we record attendance, the information on written assignments, what exams will be like, how important it is to log into the course regularly, and in particular to post to the discussion board each week on Thursday midnight, and then respond to classmates by Saturday midnight. How to get help if you are concerned you might have a disability is here. Accessibility, how the Canvas is designed to be accessible on many levels, with links and content for you to read. And if you have any concerns, please contact me right away if there's something you can't read or can't access. The policy on late work is here. A reminder about academic honesty, to give credit where credit is due. We request respect in your behavior in class conduct, communication, how often you will hear from me. My email is given to you again here. Where you might also see information from me is on weekly announcements. Interesting topics will come up, as well as feedback in the grade center. More on Canvas here. And then if you scroll down, the weekly schedule is there, and the topics we'll be covering, and the information about the discussion assignments and the written assignments due each week. There's a requirement for a museum visit report, which will require a field visit to gather research at a museum or some place where you can see historic architecture or interior design objects. So each week is categorized by date and topic and the readings from the text. So please download the syllabus and keep that for your records. So once again, please go through the orientation module of the course by clicking modules, or the home page will bring you there. Once you complete every page of the orientation module where it talks about the textbooks, what it takes to be a successful online student, how you'll be graded, rubrics you can find there, help with Canvas. There's also question and answer, student lounge, discussion location where you can ask a question, you can answer each other's questions or concerns. And then at the end of the orientation module, please take quiz 1. You'll get credit for covering the work here. And then immediately after completing that quiz, please go to Begin Week 1, Module 1, and click on the pages in Module 1. There'll be some readings there for you, and once you complete the review the learning objectives for the week and complete the readings of each page, then be sure to click Next. That brings you to the next page in the module. In this particular case, it's Elements and Principles of Design. So you will go over those, read through those, and review the images and information there. And then be sure when you complete reading each page to click to go to the next page. So once again, I'm going back to the modules page and telling you to begin week 1 and read over the pages on each of these topics. And then when you get to the end, be sure you participate in the week 1 discussion board where you introduce yourself. And then in part 1, you introduce yourself and follow the instructions there. And then that's to be done by Thursday midnight. And be sure to submit 2 responses by Saturday midnight. This is where you would find that. So you would click on discussion board week 1, answer part 1, the initial part of the post where you introduce yourself to the class and answer the requirements there. And then part 2, there's another part of it to do some further research. And be sure you submit 2 responses by Saturday midnight to be involved with discussion with other classmates. Once again, when you do that by clicking reply, and then type your response. Sometimes you should type your response outside of the box here and then copy and paste it. Sometimes it gets lost. But that you'll learn by yourself, I think, with time. So be sure to click Next, go on to the next page in the module. And then there's also a written assignment due Saturday midnight, which requires you to define these terms, and you get the answers to these terms in the essay by reading the text and reading the pages in Canvas. And you should do well in each one of these written assignments. So I wish you much success for the course, and do get going. And I look forward to getting to know each one of you and growing together as we learn more and more about the objects, the architecture objects, decorative objects, furnishings used throughout history, and how some of them are still being applied today. So best of luck to all of you.